Hi, this is Mr. Wolfson, and in this video we're going to go through the profile section of the Common App tab in the Common Application. So after you've logged in, you navigate over to the Common App tab, and the first section that's going to open up is the profile. And we're just going to go through this so you can see all the questions that are being asked. We'll go into detail in a couple of areas, but not everything, because a lot of the questions here are pretty straightforward. So the first section is going to be your personal information. You can see that the first name and the last name are already populated because of when you registered your account. You can scroll through and see the other questions that are there. Now, answering the question about your sex is a required question. So if you do not identify as either male or female, there is an opportunity to give more information about your gender identity below. Your date of birth also gets pre-populated in there again when you registered your account. Now, before we go through all of the sections, I'm going to skip ahead to the Common App Fee Waiver. In case you don't know, students with certain financial circumstances, including if you receive free or reduced lunch, can get application fee waivers for all of the colleges that they apply to through the Common Application. Now, if you feel that that may apply to you, you'll check yes here, and then a selection of different reasons why you may be eligible are going to pop up. The most common one for students here is going to be whether or not you receive either an ACT or SAT testing fee waiver, or if you receive free or reduced lunch. So go ahead and check the most appropriate one, and then you're going to go ahead and type your name in this box. By completing this, when you go to submit your Common Application at the end, it will not charge you the fee to submit the application. Now, your counselor will have to verify this, so please make sure that you are answering this honestly. So go ahead and click continue, and now we're going to go back up to the profile section so we can continue on with the other sections in the profile. So we'll scroll down, and now we'll click on address, and you can see that your mailing address is already again populated because of when you put it in. Now, you can click edit if you actually made a mistake, and you can always edit that. And again, look for these red stars. That tells you whether or not a question is required. So we'll go ahead and click on contact details. Again, this is just your phone number. In demographics, I just want to scroll through and show you that all of these questions are voluntary. You can answer any or all of them however you like, but you do have to answer that yes, you've completed the section to your satisfaction, even if you leave it blank. So you can go ahead and click that if you decide that you would like to leave it blank or answer anything, and click continue to go on to the next section. Now, in geography, it'll ask you a few questions about where you were born, and depending on how you answer, if let's say you were born in the United States, then another question is going to pop up for state or province of birth, so you'll have to select that as well. Certain countries have states or provinces that Common Application has this added drop-down menu for. So you'll answer those questions again as they're required. In the language section, it first asks you how many languages you're proficient in. If you're only proficient in English, you'll select one, and then you'll select the language and the type of proficiency that you have with that. You can also change it to 2 if you happen to speak multiple languages, and go ahead and answer those questions as they are required. Lastly, in this section is the citizenship question, where they will ask you what your citizenship is. You do need to answer this, it is required. If you are a U.S. citizen, when you click on that, it'll ask you for your Social Security number if you're going to be applying for financial aid, and that will be required. If you're not a United States citizen, make sure that you select the specific one that matches as closely as possible. If you're a non-U.S. citizen, you'll click Other, and it'll ask you which countries you have citizenship in and whether or not you have a visa in the United States.